Shubhodaya. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are joining. Navaratri greetings. Today and tomorrow, two Dashamis are there. Some are celebrating Vijayadashami today and some tomorrow. Navaratri greetings. And we have been covering the series, Bhakti Yoga. And last week I mentioned Bhakti Yoga is not a sign of weakness. Some people, they comment, Bhakti Yogi is only weak person can treads the path of Bhakti. Only the strong person, one who is highly evolved, will follow the Jnana Marga. Bhakti Marga for the weak-hearted. It's a lower type. And Jnana for the highest. But in the scriptures it is talking about, in the last week I touched upon, Bhaktiyastu Anyaya Shakya Aham Evam Vidorjuna. Without Bhakti, no other means apart from the Bhakti, you can reach the highest. It is not a sign of weakness. And last week also I mentioned, if I do not have anything, Bhakti means submit, surrender. If I do not have anything, then that God, you alone is ultimate. I am your devotee. It is the lowest form of devotion. Like in a writing, I am writing an exam, and I have gone to the examination hall, and if I submit a blank paper back, the examiner won't be happy. Myself, I won't be happy. Whoever is supporting me to write the exam, they won't be happy if I submit blank paper. It is not called a submission. And blank, to submit, I should have something. If I do not have anything, just submitting, it is very common. When I am sick, I am helpless. Now I have become a great devotee. And I am old, infirm, and my children are gone away, and I feel helpless, then I pretend that I am a great devotee of the Lord. That is the lowest form of devotion. And last week I talked about Bhakti means submit, sarva bhavena bharatam, wholehearted, when you have everything in abundance, not taking the credit for that one, offer it, surrender it to the Lord. That is the devotion. It is not easy to submit. Submit to my ego hurts. How can I submit? If I go to the temple, place of the worship, if I bow down, people may laugh at me. That how weak person. If I go to a teacher, and bow down to the teacher, how can I do? Teacher has studied only that much. I have more money. I have learnt more. I have more degrees. Why I should submit? My ego, my neck, it is up. I don't want to bring my head down. That is very difficult to submit. My arrogance, my ego is not preventing. It is not preventing me to submit. To submit, I have to offer myself completely. It is very difficult when I have everything. I don't want to submit. I am better than others. How can I submit? And that is why in our scriptures it says, if you go to a place of worship, don't go empty-handed. And if you go to a teacher, don't go with the empty hand. And empty hand, you have to offer, give something. When you go there, Rikta Hasta, and in the Tad Vijnartham Guru Mevabi Gachet Samit Panihi Shrotriyam Brahmanishta. In that it says, to know the highest. Don't go with the empty hand. And it says, take something, samit, that at least the wooden stick, you offer it to the fire. That samit panihi brahmanishta, to the teacher, you go with humility and never, it is our tradition. That is the tradition of the Sanatana Dharma. When you go to a place of worship or go to a teacher, don't go with empty handed. Samit Panihi, Shrotriyam Brahmanishta. And bhakti, to do the devotion, and why I have to go to a teacher? Why? What is the purpose of a teacher? Without teacher, I can learn from Google. And there is in the Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad, talks about whatever I am doing, there are 4 components are involved. Suppose I am going to my relationship with my employer. I go to my office, employer, my relation to my employer. What is the relationship? Why I have to go to the work? What is the relationship? It's money. I am getting paid. Money is the binding force. My money, they pay me some money. I go to work. My money is the binder. So, what motivates you to work? And the perks they give, incentives they give, and you put in work, you communicate. That motivates you. And in Taittiriya Upanishad, it talks about why you have to go to a teacher. The purpose is to athati vidyam, to get the vidya. I have to get the knowledge. How to get the knowledge? And it is talking about acharya purva rupam ante vasinuttara rupam vidya sandhihi pravachanagam sandhanam ityadi vidyam. And for example, this is the platform for, and the teacher is the platform. This is a sandalwood, to get the sandal paste, this is the sandalwood. This one is the teacher, Acharya Purva Rupam. He is the basis. This one, sandal, that's a student. And I put some water. Water is the joining force. And I start rubbing. Why I am rubbing this one? I should get the sandal paste. As the teacher, and the teacher is there, student, and they start rubbing, the sandal paste comes out. Sandal paste. Same is Acharya, the teacher is at the base, student. Why the student is coming to the teacher? Why? What is the purpose? What is the purpose of they coming together? Only purpose is Vidya Sandhihi. I want to get the knowledge. Nothing else. I want to get the knowledge. How to get the knowledge? Pravachanagam Sandhanam. The discussion. The lofty discussion. It's a discussion that the mental discussion and communication. Through that one, that rubbing process, what comes out? The knowledge, light of knowledge comes out. How the knowledge is kindled. Acharya Purva Rupam, the teacher is there, and with the humility student approaches, and the Vidya, only to get the knowledge, they start that discussion, pravachana, and to that one, what they get, the light of knowledge comes out. That is the importance of a teacher. And the student required is to, student cannot say that I don't want to bow down. Student has to bow down, and then only it happens. If student doesn't bow down, up, you tell me I paid the fees, you tell me, you are a guru, tell me. It won't work that way. If you want to knowledge, you need humility, bhakti. Bhakti is the surrender. Only through the bhakti, the knowledge, light of knowledge dawns. And bhakti is called as that bhakti in karma yoga, it is called as nishkama karma. The same definition, bhakti is called as nishkama karma. That is in the jnana yoga also it is meaning the same. It is all talking about the same from the different shades. If you want a knowledge, without bhakti you can't get that one. Without doing the nishkama karma you can't get that one. Selfless service. You have to do that one. What is the purpose of doing the bhakti yoga? To get that one, you need a teacher. With humility you have to approach, and only intention of meeting the teacher is to, I want the knowledge. Why knowledge? Knowledge liberates. I get the freedom. Thinking, my mind opens up. Without knowledge, so confused, so dull, I'm claustrophobic, I feel so locked up, I can't think anything. I feel helpless in the life. When I have the knowledge, I experience the joy in my life. I experience the freedom in my life. And I become victorious. Vijaya Dashami. If I want a Vijaya, if I want a victory in my life, I need the knowledge. It is gotten only through devotion. Lie down on your back.